I wonder, have you ever had your world shaken in a blink of a moment? Now, perhaps a few stories are coming up in your head that you can tell me, but right now, I'd like to tell you about a day, about a moment that my world was shaken to its core. And I realized the pivotal, most important thing that one can ever realize in a moment where their world is shaken to its core. The power of choosing, the power of choice. And the verse resonated at that moment to me, saying, "Choose ye this day who you will serve. Will it be fear? Will it be love?" So the day started off like a general normal day, working day for me at the office. And it's towards the end of the day and we are wrapping up everything that has been the day. Quite a productive one at that it was. And I am prepping myself up and getting ready to go to my favorite place. So if you know me, you know that I am a self-proclaimed gym bunny. So after work, immediately I drive off to the gym. Music is on blast and I'm amping myself up to pump some iron and to get in that cardio into my system. I drive all the way to the gym, which is about a 30-minute drive from where I used to work. And it is a more complex where there is designated parking for the gym. I park in a parking bay and it's close to being nighttime now, and it's going closer to 6 p.m. in the evening, and it's a winter's evening and the sun goes down quite early. I get to the gym parking lot, idle a bit for a couple of minutes, listening to the end of my jam to amp myself up. And I open up my driver's door, take my gym bag on the passenger's seat. And as I do that, I feel a strange energy pulsating through my body at that very moment. And instantaneously, as I feel that, I feel a hand grabbing me and forcing me into the car at that moment, pushing me all the way to the passenger seat of the car. And this person that had grabbed me was now sitting in the driver's seat, starting the engine. I looked back at this person and it was a total stranger I had not seen. I thought for a moment it must be a joke. Somebody is playing a sick joke on me. And then immediately it dawned on me that, oh my God, here's a stranger in my car, starting my car, and they're pointing a gun at me. There is nobody in the outside of the gym to scream to, and the person in the car with me is telling me, if you dare scream, I'll blow your brains out. I can see from afar inside the gym, there's people there working, there's the receptionist, there's people working out, and I can't even scream for help because I'm paralyzed with fear of what's going on. I'm registering what's going on, but I'm also just like, everything is happening in slow motion. The guy starts the car. We drive off from the mall complex where the gym is located. And as we drive off, two other people get into the car and they point guns at me. And I'm realizing at this moment that it's not just one man in the car with me. It's two other people that are his accomplices. And they're not just hijacking the car, but they're taking me with them, kidnapping me. We drive off the gym complex and the mall complex for what feels to be an eternity, but it was just 5 minutes. Then suddenly the car immobilizer in that 5 minutes as we are driving out of there and into Lord knows where, I didn't even know where they were taking me. The car immobilizer starts triggering. The engine of the car stops right in the road. The horn starts blasting, the hazard lights on the car start flickering, and everybody who is on this road can see that there's something going on with this car. And right at that moment, these people with me in the car decide to just bolt out of the car and start running by foot. And that's how I managed to escape that situation. I managed to calm myself down, get back to the driver's seat, and drive out of the road where I was and back into the gym complex to get some help. Now, the next day was a choice point for me to choose ye this day who I will be serving. Would it be fear or would it be love? So here I am, still shaken up from in this experience, still fearful. And some people would have said, maybe perhaps don't go back to where you have had this incident happen to you. But within me, I was determined at that moment. The very next day, I felt an urge within me to not let fear dictate how I show up to my day. You see, I still had to go back to work. I still had to have my day continue the way that it needed to continue in order for me to earn my livelihood. And it still needed to continue with the same rhythm that I had that brought me joy. But in this rhythm, something that was triggering fear and a traumatic experience happened to me that I now had to choose whether I let this experience dictate how I show up to my days, or let love of what I love doing, which is going to the gym, be something that I still incorporate in my day. And now you could say to me, Nosipho, what does that have to do with me? Right here and right now, what I'm saying to you and what I'm pointing out with this story is the power that is in the verse, choose ye this day, who will you serve? And for me, at that choice point in time, at that pivotal moment, I chose love over fear. And maybe in your direct experience today, yesterday, tomorrow, there may be these choice points that you have in your life where whatever is happening in that moment is dictating to you how you must show up in that moment. And perhaps that showing up is filled with fear of what's going to happen if you do show up the way that you want to show up. And right now, what I'm saying to you is choose love over fear. Choose expressing the truth, identity of who you are, and make that choice point a choice point that is filled with not only self-protection, with not only coping mechanisms, but a choice point fueled by the love that you feel, by the love that is trying to express through you in every given moment. And so, as I close off this talk, I want to ask you, I want to remind you that right here, right at this moment, choose ye this day who you will serve. Will it be love or will it be fear? The choice is yours.